Hi, welcome to the fourth episode of Coffee with a Couple. Hi, I'm Dan Digman.
And hi, it's me, Jennifer Digman.
And we're a couple takes on MS. I'm walking.
And I'm rolling.
But together, we're moving forward. And what we're doing with the coffee is just envision that you came over to say hi and we said, hey, come in for a couple minutes, pull up a chair, we'll eat, grab a cup of coffee. So that we have this and it's delicious. Anyway, but we're here just to talk about things that, what happened this last week or what we're looking forward to this next week, or just check in to see where we're at in this life with multiple sclerosis.
And if you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the button underneath this picture and subscribe so you can stay up to date with Dan and my story.
And what we're looking at is May 30th was World MS Day. And this is a great day for the world, the global community, to connect and tell stories, share your stories about multiple sclerosis, and just to increase awareness about this disease. And this was a world event happening on a day. And I wanted to just take a step away and just talk about a story from me from when I was a little kid.
I love this story.
So think about this. It was like I was a little kid and we celebrated in May was Mother's Day and June was Father's Day. And I went up and I says, hey Mommy, when is Kids Day? And my mom looked at me, she says, oh Danny, every day is Kids Day.
Of course.
I didn't get presents every day. But anyway, so we're talking about World MS Day, and truly for us and for everybody living with multiple sclerosis, every day is MS Day.
And because every day is MS Day, we can just continue to share our stories and raise awareness and stay connected, whether that be online, which is a valuable resource,
or if you do it through self-help groups,
or if you do it through Walk MS events,
or if you do it through being an advocate and advocacy. And so this is really the nice thing about World MS Day this year was the theme was connections. And so we wanted to talk about just ways that you can stay connected year-round with this disease. And first and foremost, one of the nice things about having MS, if it's a nice thing about having MS,
if there is a nice thing about having MS,
it's that in 2020, just there are so many ways you can stay connected with others without leaving your home through online communities.
And that would be things like ANCAN, which is virtual support group meetings for those of us living with multiple sclerosis. We will put a link in the bio section.
Yes, down below, yes.
Down below. Or there's Healthline MS, which is an app through your telephone where you connect with other people living with the disease to share your story, and so that they can share their story and you can make a connection.
And through that connections, you can get advice for like things. What have you heard about this? Should I move forward with this? What do you know about this? And I think that's where online, just with not only through the app, through virtual self-help groups, but it's just like the ways that you can stay connected and move forward. And I think that that's one thing, just even through like Facebook communities or things that I always talk about, the trinity that is the National MS Society, Multiple Sclerosis Foundation, and the Multiple Sclerosis Association of America. They're great right now about having online support groups or online events and activities throughout the week, throughout the month.
And one of the best online resources, like Dan was talking about, is the Ask the Expert series. And that's an online support meeting, if you want to call it. I would say that would be the best description. Every Friday, and it's hosted by John Strum. And he provides information about life with multiple sclerosis.
And that's where it's good. This is through the National MS Society. So I would say we'll have links at the bottom just for you to reach out, and find events through those three organizations. Ask the Experts is through the National MS Society. And John Strum also hosts Real Talk MS, and that's an online podcast. It's just incredible information, and you can reach out and connect with him through the podcast, and also even through YouTube, through channels like this. I mean, reach out, connect with us at the bottom. And we also, Damian Washington has No Stress MS,
which is a fantastic resource, very approachable, very fun, and just really valuable.
And look online, look through. It's I just said No Stress MS, but it's Steph Despite MS, and we'll have a link down below. She has a really good YouTube channel too, so just look for those resources, and you can stay connected that way.
And that's just a couple sources. There are so many resources when you hop on YouTube. Just search multiple sclerosis. Obviously, you found us, so you can find more resources.
And then another way to stay connected, we talked about online and stuff. I've had the disease for about 21 years.
And I'm going on 23 years.
And so we also run an in-person self-help group. And I mean, we haven't met probably since February because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but eventually these in-person groups will come around again, and you can stay connected. I mean, virtual is great, but there's nothing better.
Quite like the face-to-face.
This kind of thing. So look online, find for when local self-help group meets face-to-face in your community. But then again, that was just another way to stay connected.
And you can stay connected through fundraising events like Walk MS or Bike MS. And right now they're not happening because of the COVID-19, as Dan mentioned. But they're great resources and great ways to make connections. People that you don't see but maybe once a year you can see again and talk about your condition. And it's very powerful because you're raising awareness and you're helping to fundraise for new advances in treatments and things like that for multiple sclerosis.
And so look for that, and then with that, then you'll have like those friends that you have. So those are more connections. And another way is through advocacy and just being your own best advocate to help make change and advocate for a change at the local, the national, and state levels in terms of like reaching out, connecting with your legislators to enact laws to move forward with funding for research, for programs for multiple sclerosis.
And as we said, we were talking about the Walk MS and Bike MS events. Those are empowering, but advocacy is amazingly empowering because you can feel weak living with this disease, but to know that just with the touch of a keyboard or stroke of a pen, your voice gets out there. And I think that's a really meaningful connection.
And with that, then like with your self-help groups, with the Walk MS, I mean, you do this stuff, you make so many then connections with other MS activists, other advocates. I mean, we have advocacy friends nationwide that we met, through these events. And when you actually then go and meet them face to face in Washington, D.C., in Lansing, or wherever your state capital is, it's just unreal. And then you have somebody, new people you can reach out to when you're having challenges, when you're having issues. And so hopefully through this this coffee session with us,
you can realize all the different ways you can make connection and understand that while World MS Day was May 30th, every day is MS Day.
And you can maintain those connections throughout the year, whether it's through online communities, in-person self-help groups, Walk MS, or through advocacy or just other fundraising, other events that you can do to connect with others. And so, I mean, thanks for enjoying coffee with us for another session. We look forward to when we can connect with you next week for another coffee. Again, subscribe if you enjoy the show. Connect with us. Let us know what you're thinking. How do you stay connected? How do you maintain this momentum that was started on May 30th? How do you make that happen year round?